This video is brought to you by PlayTracker, the app that tracks your cross-platform game library, achievements, stats, and more. PlayTracker works by connecting to various gaming platforms and combining all your data in one place. It offers a unified cross-platform social experience, advanced game library labeling and sorting, fun challenges and progression system, and stats about games and the types of players who enjoy them. PlayTracker is for all kinds of gamers, like this one.
My top tags across all platforms are dating sim and psychological horror. I'm sure that says nothing about me as a person.
And this one.
My mate Captain Toe Jam 96 and I have a lot of games in common. We should tackle some challenges together.
And even me! I'm better than all of you. Unite your gaming multiverse with PlayTracker today and join the official Second Wind Guild to unlock exclusive profile decorations by playing games recommended by us, a group of ostensibly professional gamers with allegedly great taste in games. Ooh.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Windbreakers podcast. It's just me and Marty this week.
Hello.
Jay's not here.
No.
But now that we finally...
He's
Yes.
on the continent. No, that's not what they call it.
No, he's back in the old country, as I
The
understand
old
it.
country.
But now we've finally shaken off that undernourished twink. Let's talk about food with us manly, schlubby, overweight, middle-aged men.
Yeah, this was on the mind, because we're out of Thanksgiving, we're heading into Christmas, which are both eating times of the year, and B,
Oh, yes.
it just feels like so many games now have cooking or food components in them, and I'm wondering if that's because like cooking and eating is truly one of the shared global experiences that literally everyone has.
Well, this was going to be my first point.
Let's hear it.
Food and eating in video games isn't the slightly superficial topic it sounds like, because as you say, eating is a universal experience. And I think when you have food in a video game that looks edible, and when your characters in that game eat that food, it creates a connection, a human connection, in ways that, say, absorbing a glowing ball to make your health bar go up does not.
Yes, that's a really good point. Yeah, and especially if you are whether that's an individual character, like your player character eating the food, or if you have a group of characters, them breaking bread together is something that you can very quickly latch onto. Of like, oh, I know what that's like. I know what bonding over my fellow man is like over shared meals.
Oh, you're thinking of Final Fantasy 15, I can tell.
I'm thinking a little bit of Final Fantasy 15. However, a lot of JRPGs are doing that now, which I like. Do you remember the first time a game like where food felt like it was like a thing in a game? Like the earliest game you can remember where food was.
I was trying to think about this because it can't have been very early on in gaming, because it's only relatively recently that we've had the technology to portray food, and indeed food going into a character in a way that's convincing. Because, of course, whenever a 3D model has to interact with another 3D model on an intimate level, eating something, kissing another person, that sort of thing. It's only with more recent developments in facial animation that you can really pull that off.
Yeah.
Don't know if you've ever tried to... Have you ever watched characters kissing in like an early David Cage game?
Oh my god, and it's like hideous. Yeah, it's like it's like literally like two mannequins kind of being like puppeteered towards each other.
Yeah. So I was thinking about this, and the first time I can think of like eating something in a game felt distinctly like eating something was probably in the first Thief game, when you eat an apple.
Okay.
Because it makes a very distinct, like, biting into an apple sound when you use it.
Sure.
And that gives you an almost cathartic thrill. Of course, the flaw in the game was that they use the same sound for every food that you eat.
Oh,
so if you eat a nice loaf of bread or like a hodge of venison, it all makes the exact same apple crunching sound effect.
Oh, that's infuriating. I couldn't handle that.
But that was fixed in Thief 2. Like, if you eat bread, it sounds like someone biting into some bread in there.
There you go. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm obviously meals in games have been like, we have, I think, the wall chicken or the wall meat from Castlevania on the thumbnail, but that was
Yeah.
just sort of like a cute, like, oh, I know what food looks like, so that thing is
Well,
probably
you
good for
know,
me.
Yeah, I mean, the connection between food and health goes way back.
Mhm.
Do you ever
Yeah.
watch Aloy's video? Not Aloy. That's the Horizon Zero West.
Ahoy,
character.
I believe.
Ahoy. Do you ever watch Ahoy's
Yeah.
video on the chickenometer?
I have not watched that one. I've watched Ahoy's videos on like the evolution of like guns, specific
Yes,
guns
well,
in games.
He highlighted the concept of the health bar, where it starts off as one image, and then gradually, like the image, scrolls away to reveal something else, like in the first Catacomb game, where you see a
Oh,
picture
that's
of
cool.
a face, and as you lose health, it sort of gradually transitions into a skull.
Sure. That's
But
neat.
he
I
highlighted a
like
couple
that.
of games where they did that with a roast chicken, like
Yeah.
some of the early Spectrum and Commodore 64 games.
Oh, I love that.
The roast chicken that gradually transitions across into like a bone, like a chicken skeleton,
Yeah.
to indicate that you've run out of health.
That's great. I love that.
But yes,
But the first one where it felt like some sort of a facsimile of actual cooking, and this is going to be silly, and we bring up the exact same games every stream. In Earthbound, not only you healed often based on regular food. You could buy burgers from burger shops. You could like find hot dogs in garbage cans. However, there was a mechanic that not a lot of people used, to where you could also buy condiments, and you could combine a condiment with a food to then increase the potency of that food. And that felt like the first time, even though it's just a facsimile of cooking, but it felt like the first time where I'm like, oh, combining two ingredients to make something better, that is kind of like cooking.
I was aware that feature existed. I didn't make use of it much because your inventory spaces are so sparse in that game.
Yeah. That I'm never going to like waste it on a packet of salt or like ketchup.
Some ketchup to put on your donut or whatever it is.
Exactly.
Also, it wasn't the most in-depth mechanic. As I recall, it just happened automatically if you had a compatible food and a compatible condiment in your inventory.
They would just use it, yeah. And then I think there might have been like one super special, like rock candy or some special condiment that could like totally make any food any food great.
Garlic.
Well, fucking love that. Give me a little garlic and little onions. Machi. And then obviously early games had you working in some sort of a food or beverage scenario, like Tapper and Burger Time. Early.
Yes. And lest we forget Pac-Man, a game entirely about eating things.
Yeah, just eating enough pills until you're finally like, I should probably have some fruit.
And that sound when you eat a ghost. That probably had the same impact as biting down on that apple in Thief.
Yeah,
I tell you that.
There you go. But the first game I remember like cooking being a major mechanic was in Cooking Mama for the DS.
Yes.
That era of DS kind of novelty.
They're in the title,
games.
Isn't it?
Yeah, and the touchscreen allowed, there were games like Trauma Center, which like replicated surgery and stuff like that. And this one replicated food to like a relatively interesting degree, at least for the time.
Yeah, I used to like playing Cooking Mama. I liked it because it asked so little of you. It was like, hey, do this, but if you fuck it up, don't sweat it.
Yeah, it was like a kind of like a family, WarioWare for families. It's not like WarioWare is incredibly vulgar, but like the narrative cohesion around all of the mini games kind of made sense.
I don't think it was that new to Japan. Japan, as you know, is way ahead of us in terms of video game innovation. They were doing this sort of shit for years. I remember playing a Japanese game on the SNES. I don't know where I found the ROM for it, but it was like a tie-in for like a mayonnaise company.
Oh, okay.
And there was all these mini games about so you could like squirt mayonnaise onto your whatever they call them. You know that thing that they make out of that pancake made out of cabbage, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, the okonomoyaki, I think.
Oh, of course you would know. Yeah, one of those.
See, we need more mayonnaise-based games. How has America not gotten into this? How does America not have an entire segment of gaming that's just ranch-based?
America is weird about mayonnaise. I'm just going to say that right now.
Like they're obsessed with mayonnaise?
Yeah. It's just kind of weirds me out sometimes. Like when Americans make sandwiches, there's always going to be mayonnaise on it.
Sure. I know it's a bit. Isn't Australia is big on aioli, which is kind of just like fancy mayonnaise, right? Or did I make that up? Might have made that up.
Maybe. Well, not in like the UK.
Sure.
UK, you put butter on a sandwich, and you put something else on the sandwich, and then you eat the sandwich.
Yeah. There you go. See, as sandwiches were meant.
Yeah, mayonnaise is overthinking it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and then
yes. But then when like cooking started becoming more of a like side thing you did as in the course of the regular game, I want to say World of Warcraft was probably one of the important progenitors there.
Sure. Yeah, it started. That's kind of when it crept into, especially RPGs. It felt like it would be surprising to find an RPG that doesn't have some kind of a cooking system now.
Yeah.
And that transcended. You mentioned Warcraft. MMOs do it. Western RPGs. Although I guess I don't know. Like, does Skyrim have cooking? I know Skyrim and Fallout have like food you find. Like,
oh yeah, there's plenty of food.
Yeah,
scoff down 9 cheese wheels because you're low on health. Yeah, that's
and
a classic
if you're in
Skyrim
Fallout,
experience.
hope they're not irradiated and that you're gonna get sick afterwards.
Of course, a lot of people like patch like hunger meters into those games. Like they mod hunger meters into the games to get because the food's already there and all the mechanics for eating it's already there. You might as well get the authentic survival experience out of it.
Yeah, and that's become, related to food, that's become kind of a core mechanic that a lot of either games fully rely on survival meters like that, or they become like a hunger meter's a little bit of a thing. Like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas had the ability for you'd need to eat food for energy, but if you ate too much food, your character would get fat and you'd have to ride your bike until you lost weight.
It's weirdly telling that when you have like food in like an RPG, like players mod in a survival mode that requires you to eat food every now and again. Yeah. I think that says a lot for what I said about how eating food makes you feel more connected to the character.
Sure. Yeah, builds the bond between you and them, and it's is there something like there's something very kind of nurturing and like human about food, of not only feeding yourself, but if you have to take care of someone, whether it's a kid or a sick loved one or someone, like feeding them is kind of the love language that everyone shares.
Yeah. What's a game where you have to like feed your animal? Like to make sure there's like food in your like Stardew Valley, putting straw in the trough for your cows.
Yeah, the Like a Dragon games, even the most recent pirate one had, you created this little home base filled with a bunch of critters, and you would go back and feed them things, and depending on, you could feed them, I think, like meals you made, or you could buy animal food, and the higher the price of the animal food, the more XP it gave them, and so a lot of those cooking can either be survival, or it could be cook for bonuses, and whether those bonuses are very clear or bonuses are things you discover through cooking, through experimentation.
Yeah, of course, eating can be very functionary in video games. It's always, here's your hunger meter, it is low, so you just go into your inventory, you scarf down 9 candy bars and some berries you found on a bush, and you're good to go. And I'd like to propose a game mechanic. Let me know what you think. I think there should be a meal focused eating system in a survival game where you can eat at any time. You can scavenge, but there's extra bonuses for crafting meals properly.
Oh, like pairing things well together?
Yeah, like if you sit down for your breakfast and you eat and you get together some things and you have something that's carbs, something that's fruit, vegetables, and something that's protein. And they all like pay off each other well. You get extra bonuses.
I like that. Hitting all corners of the food pyramid.
Yeah, and if you eat and you get eating regular meals on a regular schedule has like some bonus psychological effect. Just living
if you stay on a normal routine, Or if you avoid, kind of in the same way that like Tony Hawk or those kinds of games punish you for reusing the same tricks over and over. If you eat the same meal over and over, it starts giving you less and less because your character's kind of getting sick of eating a hot dog 3 times a day.
The funny thing is that it worked the other way around in Metal Gear Solid 3, didn't it? The more you ate something, no matter how disgusting it was, the more of a taste Solid Snake started acquiring for it.
That's I had Metal Gear listed in my notes as there's a subset of horror of food called just gross food. And I had stuff like Metal Gear Solid 3, like eating the snake and then having to like spin in a circle to throw up if you ate something poison, or even the meal at the beginning of Resident Evil 7 when the family kidnaps you and throws you at the dinner table is a great example of this is the most disgusting fucking thing I've ever seen. Obviously, a throwback to Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Well, as I say, it's only with recent like tech innovations that food can be disgusting and both delicious as well. Probably more so with recent developments. I mean, obviously we're going to have to bring up Monster Hunter at some point.
Sure.
The Monster Hunter worlds, the way nothing makes me hungry like watching the little cats make you your meal and put it in front of you, and it's a ridiculous meal as well. Like 9 pounds of meat and like a huge bowl of stew.
Yeah,
and it's
and
all
is
on
that
swords
so
like a
I've
Brazilian
never
steakhouse.
played. I've never played the Monster Hunter games. Is it like in the same way that when you kill a monster, you can use their parts to craft weapons? Are you using their meat to eat? So is this like I go hunting, but I use every part of the animal, so like I'm in touch with nature.
Possibly. They used like the same like cutscene and imagery for a lot of things.
Yeah,
But there's with some slight variations depending on what the meal is. But the way they like frame it always looks incredibly delicious. I mean, Eric's bringing it up now.
Do you think part of that is? Do you think there's a link between the? I mean, obviously the fidelity of food is going up because the fidelity in game visuals is going up. But with stuff like Final Fantasy 15 or Monster Hunter that have like people look at this food and they're like, "Holy shit!" Do you think there's like a correlation between that and the fact that like food content is as a whole is just very popular on like Instagram and TikTok and YouTube? I mean, you bread post every Monday morning, so like you kind of do a little bit of that too. I guess it's internal.
Well, yes. I mean, 'twas ever thus. I mean, that's why cooking shows have always been popular. People like to see a really tasty looking meal. It makes you hungry to see a really tasty looking meal, and as I say, that gives you a connection to the game. And speaking as someone who bakes as a home baker, there's an enormous sense of fulfillment from seeing food that you've made come out really well.
Sure. And being able to chart progress. It's like the same as like when if you start going to the gym and you're like, oh, I was only able to lift this much. And then 3 months later, I'm able to lift this much. Like you send pictures of your bread and you'll be like, oh, I finally nailed the crust on blank.
Yes. Opposite ends of the spectrum there.
Yeah.
I did 100 reps in the gym today. Well, on the other hand, I made this really nice looking cake and then I ate it all and it was very tasty.
Exactly. Yeah, but it does feel like that. Like I've seen, I don't know, maybe it's just that there's certain passionate people on those development teams, but the amount of work that goes into like what the food looks like in a Final Fantasy 15 or a Monster Hunter is kind of staggering. Like it's
and it's not just the way
impressive.
It looks; it's all the physics that applies to it as well.
Yeah,
they make that meat looks like it jiggles.
Yeah,
they put the plate into view, and there's just that imperceptible jiggle. That's that's a nicely cooked steak.
And especially when you even compare it to like this is more realistic than anything else in these games. Like, and that's why a lot of times the food is shown kind of without the other elements, just because of how realistic those specific things look. It's
a visceral appeal. I mean, no one expects a game to have delicious looking food, but if you have like food in a game and it looks gross, you'll remember that you'd probably like unconsciously like think worse of the game.
Yeah, think worse of the characters who eat it. Like, oh, these fucking they're trying to save the world. Like the world's in their hands, and they're eating this food like a bunch of rascals.
Yeah. When like Link eats a handful of like monster teeth and candle wax, and you're like, well, you're not seriously eating that, are you? You fucking weirdo.
I do love.
Silent protagonists always come across as weirdos, but
they're kind of perverts. Society's perverts.
Eating a handful of teeth, just crunching them down.
I do love the Breath of the Wild cooking system because it doesn't hold your hand probably to a negative impact. I think it could use a little bit of hand holding or like creating a recipe book. But I do love that a lot of it's logic based. Like if I put a bunch of fruit and a bunch of mushrooms in this thing, it'll be like a fruit and mushroom medley. But then it's like, oh, if I put a bunch of garbage in with this, the creation is going to be something called dubious food that is censored like a fucking dick in a movie or something, which I always found very funny.
I think my favorite part of Breath of the Wild cooking is the sound food makes when it enters the pan. The sizzle. I live for the sizzle.
Yeah, and there's like a little bit of like kind of like a drum roll as it's leading up, and then the crescendo the dubious food noise.
Damn straight, I preheated this pan sufficiently.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than plopping down a steak and just go bleh.
Yeah,
go bleh. I'm not sizzling. What do you call that?
Yeah, that's just become something that's in so many games now, like little moments to where you could do a little bit of cooking. Ghost of Yote recently had, you could set up camp with your horse, and if you want, you can use the motion control to grill a little fish.
Yeah, that was fucking stupid, but I mean, it was the motion control thing I object to. I'm fine with like having a nice bit of dinner in a game.
The motion control, yeah. I mean, well, it's how you roast a marshmallow using motion controls, right? I do like the idea of roasting things over fires. Outer Wilds had the same thing. You could roast marshmallows over any fire you found in the game, which is nice about a game where the world ends every 19 minutes, which is very very convenient.
Clearly you've got you don't need to get a wriggle on. We can just sit down and toast some marshmallows. Why
not? Exactly. One of the other things which people have asked us before, I put up Estus flasks from Dark Souls. What do you think an Estus flask tastes like?
God, I was about to pose you that very same question. Yeah. I had it prepped before the stream. I was like, Marty, what in your mind does Estus taste like?
It's orange. So I don't know if the bottle's orange though, and I don't know if is it a see-through bottle with an orange liquid or an orange bottle with a...
I think it tastes like Sunny Delight if it also had a load of pop rocks running through it.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I was gonna say like an orange. I was gonna say like slice or orange squirt or something. I do like that with pop rocks. It has to have a mouthfeel that is like a little bit foreign. Like it can't taste exactly.
They always talk about it being like of the flame. And I think of sparks. I think when you drink it, you can feel sparks in your mouth.
Oh, and that's a good the pop rocks. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, I feel like that's the one the one bit of joy in any Souls world is being able to chug an Estus, because everything else seems like it's fucking miserable.
Related question: what do you imagine red potion in like basically any RPG tastes like?
Sure, like a healing potion?
Red healing potion. What does that taste like? I like to think it tastes slightly medicinal in a not especially bad way. Like the first time I tasted root beer, I thought it tasted like dental fluid, and I've sort of acquired more of a taste for it.
Okay, interesting. I was thinking something thicker. It always kind of looks like blood to me, and so I was thinking like a Clamato or like a tomato juice, like a V8, like something that is good for you, but you're kind of just like, I'm just gonna get this.
Like you're drinking like marinara sauce straight from the jar.
A little bit of watered down marinara. God, that's disgusting. I hate that. I deeply hate that. But then then if you have a blue potion, what's blue? Because blue is always like that blue raspberry flavor to me. Like
when I ran a video game bar, we used to have a blue cocktail called the Mana Potion. I would just
curacao or something.
Yeah, blue curacao. That we had like a bit of sparkling wine in there. So I just think it tastes like that. I'm biased.
Like a super sugary cocktail. Yeah. I also obviously, well, you mentioned bars, but aside from food, I was thinking about bars in video games, which I feel like have a lot of my favorite games have a kind of watering hole you come back to either as the hub or as a place of importance.
I thought you meant protein bars. Yes.
Oh no, not like protein bars, but stuff like Hades.
The little lounge.
Yeah, your little lounge. Catherine. Every night you go back to the bar with your crew. Monkey Island has the
scum bar.
Yeah.
Well, that's a natural side effect of eating and drinking being a common human thing. That if you need a place where you can unwind and hang out with other characters, it follows naturally.
It's almost just like RPG and adventure logic too, because how many bars and restaurants did you guys stumble into in Adventures Night throughout the season? It's like an easy way to be like, all right, you're in town, you're in a new town, go to the bar for some information.
Exactly. There's a reason why you all meet in a tavern is the cliched beginning of a D&D session.
Yeah, and even like Lord of the Rings was doing it. With they meet Aragorn in the Prancing Pony, or they talk about making second breakfast, or they have this lambda bread, or whatever the fuck it's called, the magic elf bread.
Lemnis bread?
Lemnis bread. I think
something
that's
like that.
Not lambda. I think that would be Half-Life.
Not to put everyone off their food, but I'm remembering David Mitchell once had like a YouTube rant where he talked about how culture would be different if our assholes and our mouths were reversed. And he posited that the only reason we consider like gathering at a restaurant like to be like a communal social activity is because our mouths are in the fronts of our faces.
Sure.
And if they were reversed, we'd all gather in toilets and chat while we were shitting. And then
when we
Rome. Yeah, when we needed to when we felt the urge, we'd run off to a private room and discreetly gobble a banana.
Yeah, or if you had to do it in a restaurant, it'd be like the ortolan, where you put the napkin over your head because it's an affront to God. I don't like that at all. I think that's gross. I don't.
Well, as I said,
I don't like that at all. Also, games have used. I'm thinking mostly of stuff like Persona, but also Fire Emblem, using food as a direct bonding between two or more characters. So you take people on dates for food in a thing like Persona, or in Fire Emblem, you can invite like a handful of characters with you to eat, and all of your bonds with each other go up because you share a meal, and depending on the meal.
Even in my game, Starstruck Vagabond.
That's right.
The moments where you share a meal with your crew or buy them drinks at a bar are the only times where characters can have their little scenes where they go up on a friendship level.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen anywhere else.
And that checks out. I feel like a lot of times you'll remember moments with your chums. You'll remember specific meals or specific nights out.
It was like there's a cooking side quest in that game, and it was important to me that your crew members all have appropriate reactions to what you cook for them.
Sure.
Like if you cook them like a dessert, they're all like, "Oh, well, this doesn't look very healthy." Oh well, scoff, scoff, scoff. Because again, connections. That's how you get connections with people.
Connections. My last question related to this was going to be obviously you've taken up kind of baking, as I almost said, baiting as a hobby. You're an amateur baiter.
Oh, I'm certainly a baiter. Like someone knocks on the door while I'm in the office, I say, "Go away, I'm baiting."
You've taken up baking, whereas and people have always described kind of baking as following instructions. It's like kind of like science, chemistry, whereas cooking can be more creative, right? Can be more improvisational. Do you think there are games that do baking, that form of baking well, and then likewise, do you think there are games that handle that sort of creativity fronted cooking well? Because it does feel like they're two separate.
It's tough to say. I mean, people say baking is like more of a science, but once you get the principles, there's a lot of flexibility in a lot of recipes. Like if you like pancakes, for example, like proportions in pancakes, basically any like combination, like proportion of the ingredients in pancakes will work. It just depends what you like, really.
Yeah. And I guess once you hit that point where you have that firm base, like probably where you are, you can experiment. You can be like, oh, I like things with a little less or a little more X or Y.
I think I've hammered down it took me a while, but I think I've got the bread recipe down.
Nice.
This is where you start experimenting. Like I'd always brush it down with an egg wash, like halfway through cooking to get a glaze on. But I bread last week, and I was like, hey, let's see what happens if I don't do that, and maybe just dust it down with some flour once it comes out. And I got a slightly harder crust out of it, but I like a crunchy crust.
Sure. Do you have something on the docket for the Christmas season specific that you have to bake?
Well, I made mince pies this weekend, and that was sort of an experiment thing because I'm going to make like a full batch for when I go to like the family dinner for Christmas.
Oh, that'll be good.
And it turned out pretty well. I've been using a mix of butter and shortening in the pie dough, but I think I might shoot for all butter for the extra flavor.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think specifically salted butter would probably work best with mince pies because it is quite a sweet filling.
Yeah,
I think that would be a good combo.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes, that's my baking enterprises. And like the jar of mincemeat I bought only had enough to fill like 6 pies, so I had enough dough left over. I made 3 cherry pies out of a tin of like cherry pie filling that I got at the Safeway. Nice. Yeah, and that stuff's weird. Like tinned cherry pie filling's weird. I think you could use it as like an alien goo if you were making a film.
A movie, yeah. It's something that's like slowly crawling along the ground.
Yeah.
That's funny. I think that was most. Those were most of the things. I guess the other big one, which had a lot of different aspects of the food and the restaurant industry lately, which maybe had too many of them, was Dave the Diver. Which felt like that. Oftentimes, that game could feel like a hat on a hat in terms of still introducing new mechanics to you. 10 hours.
Yeah, I did feel Dave the Diver sort of overdid it, mechanically speaking.
Yeah,
but I think the food aspect of that was lost on me because I really don't like fish.
Oh,
I sort of broadly don't like seafood. I'll eat sandwich tuna, but that's
Yeah.
about my limit. Oh,
Sure,
crab cakes, because you can't. Because once you've mixed it up and mixed it with potato, you
almost
can't
not
tell
tell.
it was a crab.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
fish. I've never had a taste for fish.
Interesting. What, not even fried fish? Like fish and chips
No.
kind of thing?
No, I just don't like the texture of fish.
It's understandable.
That's just me. You're free to enjoy fish. I know that's weird speaking as a British person, since our national dish and all is literally fish and chips.
Sure, yeah.
But for the record, I grew up in the part of England that's about as far from the sea as you can get, like the absolute dead center.
What do you think was the most famous, if like Wisconsin has their cheese and beer and brats, like what was your region kind of known for? If anything.
Probably not much. So I grew up in the Rugby, the town, which is more associated with sport.
Sure.
If you're from like somewhere up north where basically every village is named after some kind of cake.
Yeah, you could kind of, your claim to fame could be the blank.
Yeah. Not so much where I grew up.
Yeah. You created rugby though, that's huge. I'm assuming they created rugby.
Well, sports that were like rugby go back all the way to the Middle Ages.
Oh. Yeah, I guess dudes were just picking something up and then hitting each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Anyway, super chats. This is where we read them out.
Per chat. Oh, the one thing I forgot to mention, and it kind of tied into the thief thing earlier. Do you think have there been any good VR examples of food? And also, did you hear about this Thief VR game that is probably bad that just came out?
I'm really afraid to look at it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Understandable.
No, I think I've played VR games where you sort of hold something in front of your face and release your fingers to eat something.
Oh, funny.
And,
yeah,
and it's just.
And I guess some of them can
the fact that eating is such a sensory thing. The fact that you can't actually feel anything in your mouth sort of takes me out of it.
Or can't feel the heat of it, or can't smell anything. Yeah. Because like what Eric's showing now, this very much feels like almost kind of like the evolution of the cooking mama. Like, let's do some interesting mini games, but being able to do
you can't get anything out of smell or taste in video games, but because of that, somehow just like getting a decent feel for food can make it feel like food. Like, I don't know if you ever played Fruit Ninja.
Oh yeah.
Just where you like slice the fruit, and the fruit feels juicy and delicious just from the way it reacts when you slice it.
Sure. Or as well, remember frying an egg in Arctic eggs alongside your bullets and your cigarettes.
That was a weird one.
Absolutely.
Anyway, yes, super chats.
Hell yeah.
Starting, of course, with Raven's weekly word of the week. Week 29, temerity. I'm not sure exactly what today's topic is going to cover, but I'd eat the pizza in a TMNT game. Suit yourself.
Oh, sure.
Now, this was a word I didn't have to look up. Temerity. It means audacity. Like say, I can't believe you had the temerity to say such things to me.
The gall, the chutzpah.
Yeah.
I like it. Temerity. I was thinking of turmeric. I thought it was like food covered in turmeric.
No, although that would certainly taste very bold.
That would be extremely bold taste.
Yeah, to put it nicely. Covered in Sponges gives $5. It says, hope you'll bring up the myriads of nerdy cookbooks out there. 2 editions of the Elder Scrolls alone. Yeah, I bought the Elder Scrolls.
Thing. Yeah.
I bought the Elder Scrolls cookbook for my wife because she plays the Elder Scrolls Online a lot. I can't imagine most franchises would have much to put into a cookbook. There
probably a lot of them, though.
Probably have to pad them out a lot.
Yeah, I imagine a lot of them are like kind of general. Well, this is a medieval RPG, so we'll do kind of medieval recipes, and maybe one or two will be like, instead of a drumstick, it's a chocobo stick or something.
I think I saw a chat that said Halo had a cookbook. What the
Halo,
fuck would
which
you put
again,
in that?
food is like literally never even like shown in those games.
Master Chief wouldn't need it anyway. He'd just mash it against his faceplate.
Stardew Valley has a cookbook. There's a Persona cookbook, which makes sense. Persona 5 has the coffee and curry shop.
Curry, burgers,
Big Bang
Mega
Burgers.
Beef Bowl from Persona 4.
Oh, love a Mega Beef Bowl. Holy moly.
That's all I can think of.
I like the idea that someone works at that burger shop and this boy keeps coming in and failing at the challenge. And at a certain point, you'd be like, well, you got to stop coming in or just order a regular burger.
Now you think, boy, that's one gutsy lad.
Oh, and those guts go up. Amazing.
Yes, Hjorth87 gives 20 Danish kroner and says, food in Studio Ghibli movies always make me hungry.
Yes.
I think food in anime generally, there tends to be a lot of effort put into making it look delicious. I mean, there's
I think
entire
there is more
food
effort than Western animation.
There's entire food-based animes in the world. I think anime is very big on sort of visceral sensory stuff.
Yeah. Japan as a whole is very big on replicating what food looks like accurately. A lot of restaurants outside will have a glass case and it'll have plastic recreations of what the dishes look like. And they're like pretty ornate and they're behind glass and everything. But it's like, oh, here's what your bowl of ramen would look like, or here's what your katsu chicken curry would look like.
Well, we know the Japanese like their food. Most
food.
Michelin stars of any world capital, Tokyo.
That's right. Americans like their food too, but they just like garbage food. So
Yeah.
shout out to garbage food, by the way.
Celebriel gives 4.99 and says, you guys didn't get a super chat without talking about Monster Hunter, right? Okay, just checking.
Never.
You were right, Celebriel. We did talk about Monster Hunter.
You got it. Those palicos, those cats cooking. Do you think it's sanitary for a cat to eat or to make your food? Would you like allow like a talking animal to make your meal?
I mean, hell, it's probably more sanitary than my kids' hands.
This is true. This is true. Or more sanitary than a lot of like restaurants that are open at 2 a.m. Yeah.
BS Marsh gives $5. Says, off topic, but I hope that Paramount gets WB, not Netflix. I don't want movie theaters and the experience to die, and hopefully Paramount would keep that. I do want movie theaters to die.
Oh,
I don't like
fucking monster.
I don't like the movie theater experience. Fight me.
You monster. Obviously, a major topic in film and TV going on right now, but also has some impact on games as well, because Warner Brothers still owns stuff like NetherRealm and Mortal Kombat and Avalanche and Harry Potter stuff and all the DC garbage.
All of that.
Yeah,
the Batman Arkham games, the Shadow of Mordor games, all of that.
I don't want anyone to own anything. Except for me. I'd like to own a lot of things. But aside from me, I don't want anyone to own anything.
Corvus Vocatio, member for 14 months in tip jar. Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks, Corvus.
Minduel gives $2. It says, taking a quick nap. Please make alarm clock sounds.
Auga. Auga.
Hope that helped. Corvus Vocatio gives $5 and says, the Persona 5 curry looks so good every time. That's probably my vote. I like Japanese curry anyway. I mean, normally I don't really like. Normally I like a spicy curry, but I used to live like not far from a Japanese like takeaway place, and I'd usually just buy a huge bucket of katsu curry that they did. It was just rice, very cheaply made katsu curry. It was like sort of a comfort food just to fill me up.
My
even now,
Japan, my first place I go to is a curry chain called Koko Ichibanya.
Even now, chicken katsu curry, I consider a comfort food. Occasionally we get it from a Japanese place we like.
With coffee seems weird. Like, I love coffee. I'm drinking coffee right now, but they feel like separate things.
Yeah, I would pair katsu curry more with like a beer or something like that.
Just water, just ice water. Yeah. Especially if you're getting a little bit of a sweat on.
Or the white wine.
Look at that. A little fancy, folks.
Chicken, white wine. That's the traditional
absolutely.
combo.
Yeah, white meat, white wine.
Jonathan Griffin 5093 gives $5 and says, if I want to get into the FromSoft games after loving the Hollow Knights, should I go chronologically from Dark Souls or just play DS then skip to BB? I'd start from Demon Souls if you happen to have a PS5 kicking about.
Yeah, only that though. Like, you wouldn't suggest going back to PS3 Demon Souls, would you?
Probably not.
No,
but I found Demon Souls weirdly easy after having been like playing Dark Souls so much.
Yeah. Also, if you started at Dark Souls, you wouldn't have to. Dark Souls. The only game between Dark Souls and Bloodborne is Dark Souls 2. If you're going chronologically based on what they made, so it wouldn't be that far of a. But obviously, in order to play Bloodborne, you would have to have a PS4 and or a PS5.
That said, Dark Souls 2 is a bit divisive as sequels go.
Yeah. It almost feels like one that might be best to like revisit later on once you have a if you have a firm appreciation for the series, and then maybe you'll.
If you enjoy Dark Souls, you enjoy Bloodborne, and go, phew, that was nice, more please. Then I would play the rest. Otherwise, it's not going to sell you.
Absolutely.
Hjorth87 comes back with 50 Danish kroner and says, how do you make people engage with cooking in an RPG and not just decide on something easy and same every time, like a bonus or immersive action? Well, as we say, yeah, just like deduct points for eating the same thing every time. Or
maybe
just
give likes and dislikes to party members, so then maybe you have to weigh the pros and cons of, oh, this person really wants something spicy, but this person does not. So
Or have the player just pick up loads of random cooking ingredients just randomly, and then they get a sense of, oh, what can I make with what I have now?
Yeah.
And exploring the menu that way.
Yeah. Do you like? Do you want your cooking mini games to kind of just be more of choosing the ingredients like Zelda and then seeing what happens, or do you want minimal interactions? So Yakuza games will have the stir the pot or ladle the scum off of the soup or whatever.
It's tough to say. I think I liked, like viscerally speaking, I liked the Breath of the Wild approach better.
Yeah.
You just fling it in a dish and watch them jump about for a bit.
Yeah, I think it encourages experimentation because worst case scenario, unless the ingredient is extremely rare, it's like, well, I fucked up and I won't do this next time.
Anyway, Sinos the Hedgehog gives $2, says, always wanted to create all Paper Mario dishes IRL. Well, that would be tough because some of them aren't real food.
Some of them aren't real. I guess, does Mario eat the mushroom? Is that how Mario becomes big? He eats the mushroom?
I mean, we've always assumed that. One of the things you can cook is shroom shake, which I assume is a mushroom-flavored milkshake, which sounds vile to me, but...
I don't like that at all.
You do you.
That's right. Paper Mario did introduce the food thing. Forgot about that. Paper Mario's pretty good.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
Yes, Marsh, because $2 says, Skyrim, WoW, and Fallout have official cookbooks. The official Fallout cookbook. First, place your food in a nuclear reactor for a while until it's nice and irradiated. Well, I guess
don't eat too many of these rats. Yeah.
Guess that's what microwaves do.
Yeah.
Although, I watched,
it makes sense that there's like a Mass Effect cookbook as well, like stuff where it's just like far future and you're just still making regular ass ingredients.
I watched a Binging with Babish, like Fallout special, and the gimmick for that one was that he had to make stuff using only shelf-stable ingredients that would be on the shelf of like a Fallout shelter.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's making cake out of powdered egg and powdered milk and just add water.
I just looked up video game cookbooks on Amazon. Minecraft, which the food's just blocks. What are you doing eating?
There's cake. You can make cake in Minecraft and cooked meat, and that's it.
There's lava chicken, according to the film. I don't know if lava chicken's in the video game, but lava chicken.
That was another Babish video I watched. It turns out immersing chicken in actual lava doesn't cook it very well.
No, did he actually get lava?
Yeah, he did.
Incredible. He went to like a forge or something.
Something like that. Yeah,
I love it.
I watched it.
There's an Assassin's Creed cookbook, which I just feel like if you did Assassin's Creed 2, it would just be Italian food.
That's just going to be historical recipes, isn't it?
Yeah.
The stuff they ate in Renaissance Italy.
Yeah. Silly.
Anyway.
Silly stuff.
Sinos the Hedgehog gives $2, says, if Link's granny soup existed, would you drink it? Fuck yeah, man. Full heal, plus additional bonus health, plus full magic. And you get
plus
2
a little
slurps
bit
to a
of
bottle.
nostalgia. This was made with love by someone who misses me. I think that's
What do you think she puts in it? What do you think it tastes like? Think it's a chicken soup, pumpkin soup?
It feels pumpkin. Like, do they eat cuckoos?
Cuckoos? I don't know. Probably.
I mean, I guess you do. You can like kill birds and eat and cook their meat in Breath of the Wild. But in this, I don't know, that island almost seems like a vegetarian island. Although I think there's pigs on it, which
there were pigs, and pigs don't really have any use other than slaughtering
they're
for
not
meat.
laying eggs or
something. Something tells me they didn't have a truffle hunting industry on that island. Anyway, Mark Maina 3338 gives €10, says the best food for me is from Monster Hunter, Natch. The most disgusting food I had to lay my eyes upon is from Resident Evil 7, Natch. The feast in beginning, but shout out to the cooking pot with roaches.
Yeah.
Well, hell, if it's good enough for the roaches.
Exactly. Listen, the roaches, they survived the Fallout cookbook. They can survive the Resident Evil 7 cookbook.
There you go.
Yeah, cooking's never... Resident Evil's, I feel like, one of those series that's never really done cooking.
What do you think green health water in Resident Evil 7 tastes like?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I
think
bought
it tastes-
at the Capcom store in Japan. I bought they had these cute little things of packets of tea, and it's called like green herb, red herb, and blue herb, and it's just a packet of tea, but it has kind of like the umbrella logo.
It's just
on
like
it
a sort of cold herbal tea.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, Deebs. Resi 8 did do cooking. The Duke cooked for you, the large man.
Oh yes.
Remember?
Hey,
You
what
could
do
bring
you
him
think
things.
the Silent Hill health drinks taste like? I think it tastes like probiotic yogurt.
Oh, sure. Like it's good for your gut health.
Yeah, it's a yogurt drink. That's how I imagine it.
Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah. What about that syringe? You think that feels good? Like sticking a needle in? Yeah.
That's the stuff. Anyway, High Skog is $1.99 and just says chicken! Exclamation mark.
Oh. Do you think that
Yeah.
was chicken jockey?
Possibly. People love
there's
that in
also
Minecraft
early
for some reason.
Gauntlet. Do you remember Gauntlet? That would say,
Yes,
like,
the
orc
wizard needs food
wizard
badly,
need food
yes.
badly.
And you could also shoot the food so no one could have it.
Yeah.
In Gauntlet.
That's not being a good teammate right there.
If you really wanted to annoy everyone, that was the best way to do it. Stir Hughes 69 gives €2. It says, is cooking for buffs just alchemy in a trench coat? Well, alchemy is the pursuit of turning lead into gold, isn't it?
Sure. Yes.
Not quite the same thing.
Turning something perceived useless into something useful. Yeah, I mean, it's ultimately just like trying to take a video game thing and glomming it onto something that is familiar to us, right? Like,
well, yes. I mean, video games from the very beginning have endeavored to simulate aspects of the human existence.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of natural, really.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Sinus the Hedgehog gives $2 and says, bought Sonic's official cookbook. It's pretty good. Let me guess. Chili
Sonic
dogs.
eating?
Chili dog after chili dog after chili dog. Pages of chili dogs and bugger all else. Yeah, fucking called it on the cover. Just chili dogs.
I'd only want it if every chapter was a different character. And it was like the recipes were written as that character. So you get to the Big the Cat chapters, he's just talking about looking for Froggy, and every once in a while there's a fish recipe. Sonic is just, or the Shadow one is just incredibly emo, and then he starts talking about a gun halfway through, and you're like, I don't want to read this.
What do you think Shadow's signature dish would be? Katsu curry?
What if it's like something really like nice and frilly and fancy, but he doesn't want to tell anybody? Like about how
Strawberry
Kanji's
shortcakes?
Yeah, like Kanji's all worried about people finding out that he likes to knit and sew in Final Fantasy or in Persona 4. That's what Shadow is.
Hey, knitting's hardcore. That just proves you know how to stab something 1,000 times.
Listen, I agree. Oh, I like that.
Oh, there we go. There's Shadow's page. I can't really see what it is from this resolution. Can you see?
Like a beef bowl?
Well, kind of boring, but okay.
Oh, burrito blasts. It's a burrito. It's a burrito cut in half, and you're seeing the inside of the burrito.
Certainly does blast.
Yeah.
Oh, we put avocado in it.
From Shadows from California, ruining everything.
What a way to ruin a perfectly good burrito.
Oh my God, thank you. Moving out to California, everyone just fucking ruins everything with avocado. And
I know, I hate avocado.
You need to put it on everything. I completely agree.
It's like putting cold mush in everything.
And it just, avocado demands to be the center of attention to every fucking meal.
Yeah, like I was at a fancy burger place yesterday, and they had a burger that had like that was like just for me. It was like we put French fries in it, and Worcestershire sauce, and brie, and greens, and like caramelized onions. Oh, and some avocado. And I was like, no, avocado out.
Of here.
Mine without avocado, please, Mr. Burger Shop Man.
Fucking California.
Anyway, probably made some enemies there, but never mind. High Skog is £4.99. It says, some context. Tekken lead Katsuhiro Harada is leaving after 30 years. May he have as much chicken as he likes with his iron fist. I'll get my coat.
That's right. Harada said he is leaving Namco and Tekken at the end of the year, at the end of the month.
Man, who wouldn't be sick of AAA game development at this point?
Yeah, it's interesting to see how many the high-profile AAA auteurs of their time have recently left. You know, starting with Kojima, I guess, like 10 years ago, but folks like Mikami and Kamiya, and now this.
Well, if you're an auteur, the AAA industry is the last place you want to be. And in fact, if you tune into this week's Somewhere Emblematic, you could probably watch me illustrate that fact.
Most certainly. Look at that. Beautiful.
Plug. Anyway. Resident Chuni, member for 7 months in the value tier, says high-resolution food JPEGs courtesy of Sakurai-san. Who needs high poly count models and 4K textures when a billboard sprite will do?
Yeah. There's some Nintendo tends to do that with Kirby and Pikmin, and then even some of the Mario parties. Well, they'll have insanely high-res, high-fidelity food in an otherwise colorful like children's game, and it's kind of like, why did you put that much effort into that?
But then where's the jiggle?
Where's the jiggle? The jiggle's not
how
there.
do you know it's the delicious?
I mean, I guess some of these literally do look like they're just like high-res JPEGs, like 4K JPEGs of real food, which I kind of like. But there's no jiggle.
Well, they're yum.
I would never.
Richard Wells 2923 gives $10. Says, "What's your opinion on eating and drinking sound effects in games?" You know, it's funny. I'm usually like sort of misophonic for that sort of thing. I hate being around other people when they're eating and listening to them smack their chops. But as I say, the sound of eating an apple in Thief and just generally the sound of like chomping something in a game usually gives a sort of, makes it feel more visceral and appealing.
Yeah, and especially if it's a character that I think is either you or a character you have like I kind of don't want to hear a stranger munching on something, but if it's like me or a party member, yeah, I'll listen. I like hearing someone enjoying their food or like enjoying their drink. I always think of in terms of someone enjoying a beverage in Neon Genesis Evangelion when Misato, who's Shinji's kind of like adult caretaker, will come home from work and then crack open a beer and just chug it in one gulp, and then like gives the most satisfied, like refreshing afterwards. I'm like, yes. That sounds like the greatest goddamn beer I've ever had. Yeah.
Oh, I'm self-sabotaging very effectively today.
Classic Misato.
Yeah, it's funny. Japanese culture, drunkenness doesn't have like the stigma it does in Western culture.
No. Even public intoxication. And I think the public intoxication, people aren't being like assholes about it. They're not getting into fights. They're just like drunk and going to sleep on a bench.
Like when a character in an anime chugs beer, it's to convey that they're fun-loving and and
gotten off a hard day's work.
Yeah, and having a good time.
Yeah.
Anyway, Zanos the Hedgehog comes back as $2. Says, "I'd love to eat almost everything in Yakuza games." Ooh, another JPEG fan.
Yeah. Yeah, they do it. They do it well. That also does a good job of, if you're trying to replicate a real place, like obviously Yakuza is trying to do, or any Persona, Ghostwire Tokyo, anything set in a place, or it could be set in other places. Like I don't know, did like a Watch Dogs 3, did it have like anything food related in there?
Not really, no.
Yeah. I don't remember Watch Dogs 2 really having anything San Francisco food related either.
Curry and chips anywhere or anything like that?
No. Whereas those other aforementioned like Japanese games, like I remember like Ghostwire Tokyo, you can like go into a convenience store and wander around. It looks like all the shit they have on the like shelves of a 7-Eleven inside of.
Yes, I remember fondly eating the pickled plum triangular rice balls in Ghostwire Tokyo.
Delicious.
I almost want to go to Japan just to try those. Pickled plum sounds very nice.
Love a pickled plum.
In fact, that Japanese place I talked about where I'd always get the katsu chicken curry, they used to put a little bit of pickled plum on top.
Does that not exist anymore? Like that place, or was it not in the Bay Area?
It was in Brisbane.
So it was Brisbane. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice stuff.
Witticism gives $5. Says, "My favorite eating animation is Frank West from Dead Rising. I love the super exaggerated sound effects as he houses pizza or chugs a gallon of milk."
Yeah.
I don't think anyone eats or drinks anything more physically enthusiastically than Frank West in those games.
Yeah.
Just like swing a fucking gallon of milk.
Yeah. Classic
Just
Frank.
Fling the jug over his shoulder.
Yeah. Frank really gets into it.
Gay Bear Daddy 2, member for 24 months. 24 months?
2
That's
years?
all the months. Christ.
Incredible.
And then Sinus the Hedgehog comes back with $2. Says, "Speaking of Yakuza, Zero, Kiwami 1 and 2 are delisted."
They have been delisted because they've like put out like director's cuts or upgrade versions of them.
That old scam.
So instead of being able to get them for like on sale for $3 a piece, they're now just $20 a piece.
Then Blistered Soul is 199 says Disco Elysium's deluxe vegan topping pie.
Is that something in Disco Elysium? I don't actually remember that.
What's vegan topping? Is that like dream topping, but with no milk?
Yeah, I guess so. Like a non-dairy whipped topping.
Ew.
Yeah. What's your thought on vegan stuff?
Coconut milk. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'd like use coconut. I would use like coconut milk to make like melted chocolate. It's nice.
Yeah. I like that. I can't do.
Anyway.
I'm not crazy about fake meat. Like I don't mind not having meat in my meal or having like a tofu in a stir fry, but I don't want it to like fake meat replicating like a hot dog or a hamburger. I'd rather just
sometimes I'll get when I go to a burger joint, I'll get the Impossible Burger because sometimes I like that.
And your brain's able to like get around the fact that what you're eating looks like meat but isn't meat?
Yeah. I used to get like the bean burger when I went to Burger King when they used to do that. I
don't mind those sort of like veggie patty burgers. It's when it's like ours has a nutrient in it that makes it bleed. I'm like, I don't know if I want that. Like,
no, I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't need that fake.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I mean, the whole point is not to fool yourself into thinking you're eating meat.
I want the burger to scream in pain.
The whole point is to have something that serves the role that a burger patty serves, which is to have something like protein filled and chunky in the middle of a sandwich.
There you go.
Anyway, Tsunami Doucheg is $20 and says nothing. You know the drill by now. And then Dr. Theo, member for 22 months in tip jar and says nothing.
God, they're coming out in droves.
He's got a super chat later on. But before that, Gay Bear Daddy 2 gives $5, says shout out to games with cooking having actual cookbooks, like Final Fantasy 15. The 14, rather, is what he said.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, more of the... for a second, I thought that was in-game cookbooks. But no, that's just more of the actual... Apparently, that's got to be some kind of a cottage industry that has people looking into it. Of
course, you'd be hard-pressed to make a cake in real life following the Minecraft recipe.
Sure.
3 scraps of wheat. Yeah. An egg, and some sugar cane.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dr. Theo gives $5. Says, Escape from Tarkov somehow made eating crappy canned food look appetizing. Probably the highlight of your character's day, to be honest.
That is true.
There's not got much else going on in that game, as I understand it.
We're in a world that just wants to murder you by any means necessary.
Sonos the Hedgehog gives $5. Says, saw a YouTube video detailing and reviewing all the Mana Bar's drinks. Makes me want to recreate them if I had the money for all the ingredients, though. Yeah, I have bittersweet memories of the Mana Bar. Lost a lot of money on it, but then again, It's the place where I met my wife.
There you go. Worth it.
There you go. And wasted even more money after that.
But...
Yeah. Bolt MR gives $5. Says, my favorite food-related game mechanic is making CJ yak all over the floor at Cluckin' Bell.
It's fun. It's fun being able to have your characters throw up.
Always nice.
Yeah.
And how did you feel about being able to have your character do a poo on a whim?
Sure.
I play games that do that.
You do play games that do that?
Yeah, in Ark Survival Evolved, there was a button for doing a poo.
For doing a poo. I was thinking more of like what is it? No More Heroes, where you go into the bathroom for the save screen, right?
Yeah, to save.
Yeah.
I think Okami has a special move where you do a poo and the poo explodes and hurts the enemies.
I like that. Good for that dog.
Anyway, Sanos the Hedgehog comes back with $5. Says, I also found an abandoned Tumblr blog called The Drunken Moogle, which specializes in video game and TV themed cocktails. I recommend giving it a look-see.
The Drunken Moogle is a fun name for a thing. I've been noodling a script.
You noodling your Moogle?
I've been noodling my Moogle. Jesus. Not in mixed company. I've been noodling my Moogle for a while on a script of like a tour of video game bars, like bars in video games.
Oh, okay.
And whether they are the kind of bars I would actually want to visit in real life and under what scenario. A lot of them just end up in fights. Like every bar in Uncharted ends up just in you beating the shit out of someone in the bar or you getting the shit beat out of you in the bar.
Yeah. Well, that's bars in adventure stories for you. Because you got to have some kind of fight to keep the action going.
Indiana Jones did it. Yeah.
There you go. Frog42 gives $5 and says, "Hey Marty, I've always wanted to see your Majora's Mask up close. Can you show it off, please? Can't wait to see this later when I wake up for work." Yeah.
Yes. I'll jump on this one. You can read the next super chat while I do it.
Right, you are. Sovereign46 gives $5. Has been playing the Tainted Grail RPG recently, and in that you can get a magic spell that lets you turn living enemies into piles of edible cheese. Game of the year. Now, is that curable? Or
did it?
If you eat some of the cheese and then cure them of the curse that turns them into cheese. Oh, look at that.
Wait, if you eat some of the... Oh, you did read the next one. That's why I was confused.
That's what I was talking about.
Magic spell that lets you turn living enemies into a pile of edible cheese. Yeah, would that be cannibalism if you turn someone into a food?
Well, my concern was if they can then be cured of being turned into cheese, and you've eaten some of them. Does that follow through?
Yeah, does that make you history's greatest monster? I believe so.
Yes. Does the cheese in your stomach turn into their flesh?
Oh my god.
Transubstantiation.
I don't like that at all. But yeah, this Majora's Mask is a little bead thing that was made by a friend of the show, Nick the OG, member of the community.
Oh, there you go.
It's great. Same person who made in Nick's background is a bead of the Second Wind logo.
Oh,
there you go.
How nice. Mm-hmm. And then Frog42 gives another $5 and says, "As a quick follow-up, can Yahtzee also show off something cool he has?" Okay.
The dog?
Well, there's this thing I keep behind me, which is the 3D printed HEV suit that was sent to me by the Black Mesa devs.
Oh, that's really cool. I haven't seen that before.
Who also sent me that mocked up 90s style video game box.
That's
for
cool.
Black Mesa.
I think that's very cool.
And behind that, you might have noticed the thing I won that one time I won Battle Masters.
Hey.
Battle Masters might be coming back. We're tweaking the format.
Listen, we don't want to make any promises, but
yeah,
Battle Masters might be coming back.
Yes, the fan favorite show that nobody watched.
Yeah, you guys got to start putting it on. When it comes back, you guys got to start going to Best Buys and Costco's and putting it on the TVs there. You
got to put some fucking effort in, viewers.
Yeah, viewers can't do this alone.
This is a give and take relationship.
It's too much taken, not enough given.
There you go. Sinos the Hedgehog comes back with another $5. Says, "Speaking of food, Yahtzee, you once said in the Let's Drown Out video you'd like to make a cookbook full of British pancakes. That's still true or a joke?" I don't remember saying that at all, Sinos the Hedgehog. Sorry.
British pancakes. Would you make a cookbook?
No.
Good. We keep telling you not to monetize your hobby. You need one hobby that you're not monetizing.
Britain has a tradition called Pancake Day. Do you know about Pancake Day?
I don't know. Tell me.
That's Shrove Tuesday, as it's also called. It's traditionally, I think it's like the first day of Lent or something like that. And it's a day where you make pancakes. And you eat it with lemon and sugar and golden syrup. And that's how we always have them.
February 17th, Shrove Tuesday.
There you go.
That's the day before Ash Wednesday.
I always used to love covering my pancake in syrup and lemon and then rolling it up into a tube and eating it like that.
Oh, American breakfast, like a fat crepe?
These are more, they were more crepey. American pancakes tend more towards the cakey flapjack
very fluffy
area.
Yeah.
Because it's all the baking powder you put in them. That's what fluffs them up.
What does the word shrove mean?
I don't know. But why do we call anything anything? Why do we call Christmas Christmas? Why do we call Easter Easter?
Shrovetide.
Okay.
Apparently it's the period before Lent. Still don't know why it's called that, but whatever.
Tiny Rye gives $15. Says, "Are there games that are foods that when consumed result in an unexpected stroke unintuitive stat boost?" I would say that it's unintuitive at all that eating food should in some way heal you up.
Yeah, should heal your wounds or cure you of a poison.
I mean, eating lots of food to cure poison could theoretically work. It's sort of, you can reduce the effect of poison by sort of diluting it in your stomach by eating a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Or the equivalent of if you people drink milk when they have heartburn. So there are some things that can cure some other things.
Yes, but you're never gonna regenerate a gunshot wound because you ate a chicken.
Yeah. it would be funny to like be playing a game and then suddenly discover that your character is lactose intolerant and be like, well, I can't feed them anything with milk. They have a gluten allergy. I'm kind of fucked with bread.
Sounds like a debuff you pick at the start of an RPG, so you can have extra stat points.
I like that. Yeah, I always like. I was hearing a story about someone was playing Outer Worlds 2, that new one that came out. And they weren't crazy about the game, but they were talking about a few of the stat buff and the stat hindrances that you can choose, and one was it's called kleptomaniac, and you get a little bit extra money for selling things that you've stolen. However, after a certain amount of time, your character will start stealing things with just that you've been looking at. So you could be looking at an object in a store and your character will steal it, like, and you have no control over it. And I'm like, I like that. That's a fun little like push and pull of you get more money, but also you might steal something and totally not have meant it.
Yeah, that's cool. I think there was like one floor stroke perk that I took. The rest I'd rejected. I think the one I took was like the one that allowed me to like move at normal speed while crouching. Yeah. But standing up caused me to make an audible sound as my knees clicked.
Oh, that's so good! Like your knees crack out, and so the like people will hear you if you're near. That's good.
Yeah.
See, those are fun.
I was very stealth based playing that game.
That's fun.
My build.
Your build.
Frog42 gives $5. Says some of the food in Core Keeper sounds and looks really good for pixelated food. Almost forgot to write that.
What is? Which one's Core Keeper?
I have no idea.
That's not the one where you write words to the Crypt Keeper. No, that was called Crypt Keeper, right?
Yeah. Or Graveyard Keeper.
Graveyard Keeper.
That's another game.
Too many keepers.
Anyway, Dr. The Ogre $5 says, look up Quality Cabbage. That anime scene was so hated, it is seen as the reason why Japan puts extra effort in drawing their food.
Someone made a scene so bad that they're like, fuck it, we gotta do this. That's funny. I'm
afraid to Google things that the internet tells me to Google. I've been burned before by that.
Especially if it's used in anime. Oh, like they it's supposed to be a cabbage, but it's just a like lime green perfect sphere. That doesn't look anything like cabbage at all. It almost looks like a melon or like a dodgeball, like a lime green dodgeball.
No, look at that. It looks like
they've
like
never
a Dragon Quest slime getting sliced up.
I don't think they've ever seen cabbage before.
Gay Bear Daddy 2 gives $5 says, I'm pretty sure it was mentioned before, but Vanillaware didn't need to go as hard on the food in Unicorn Overlord as they did.
Yeah, they do. They go hard on food. Ooh, 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, their previous game, also had the one character obsessed with yakisoba pan, and there was like a specific sandwich he was going to have.
Yeah, from the way he described like that made me want to try it. Isn't it just like spaghetti in the sandwich?
It's like pasta in a loaf of French bread.
I mean, that's carbs on carbs.
It seems excessive. But I liked how like he was so excited about it, and it was one of those like, this is all I'm going, like all I have going for me right now, getting through the day is this one sandwich, and then when the sandwich falls to the ground, you can truly feel that heartbreak.
Yeah,
good games.
Courtney Collins gives $2 and says, "Cooking Mama, Nintendo Wii, best cooking."
I mean, honestly, that might have
it's kind
like it might have peaked
cheating.
then.
It's got cooking right in the name.
Yeah,
of course. If it didn't have good cooking, you'd feel ripped off.
They also remember that series. I think it might have jumped the shark when they had Babysitting Mama, and you were a babysitter and you had to take care of a child.
That doesn't make you hungry.
And that was around the 2010s when it was the peripheral hell. And I believe there was one game that came with a like controller that was like almost like a Cabbage Patch doll where you had to take care of the child. And I was like, I don't want those at all. We need to stop doing this.
What happened if you shook it really hard?
I don't know. You might lose.
I'm just picturing Cooking Mama standing over a crib containing like a lifeless baby saying, "Don't worry, Mama can fix this."
It's nightmarish. Truly nightmarish.
Yeah.
It was a mistake. Everything was a mistake.
Anyway, Ricadius gives $9.99, says, Pokemon has tried cooking games several times and it's always sucked, but maybe that's just Pokemon. Can't wait for the TGA's music performance of 25 minutes of Sherma's chant.
Yeah. Love you, Sherma.
Okay.
Yeah, Pokemon, food in Pokemon is always an interesting thing because, like, at what point do you acknowledge that you can kill all these Pokemon and eat them?
I know. Do we really want to raise the question of what the burgers are made from in the Pokemon world?
Exactly. No, I'm very worried about that.
I guess not.
Yeah.
Burgers which you could then feed to your Pokemon.
Oh my god.
I mean, this is how mad cow disease happened. They were feeding minced up dead sheep to the cows.
Yeah. That's never good.
Anyway, Boo-Ray6197 gives $5 says Muffin Knight had a unicorn form that pooped exploding rainbow turds.
Who's
Thanks
Muffin
for
Knight?
letting us know.
Who's Muffin Knight?
I don't know. Maybe it's a
Muffin Knight is the
fight
name
from
of a
Shovel
video
Knight.
game. Muffin
Okay.
Knight is the name of a video game from 2012 or 2014.
Well, there you go.
And that has a unicorn that form that exploded, pooped exploding rainbow turds.
Okay, thanks
Good
for bringing
for
up that very obscure game. Did you make
Good
that
for
game,
shit.
Boo-Ray? Is that why you're plugging it?
120 very positive reviews.
Oh, well.
Incredible.
Because very positive can still mean like 80% bad, I think.
Sure.
Or 80% good.
Also
Boo-Ray gives, done that one. Kyber gives $2.99 and says, Yahtzee, do you miss British/Australian chocolate? With my every living moment. I can always go to the Cost Plus World Market if I really start missing them.
But you
last time I
don't
went,
like
I got
your Ghirardelli or anything like that doesn't do it for you?
not really. It's not the same. It's not like a
Sure.
Yorkie. It's not like a raisin and biscuit Yorkie.
Oh my god, it's not a Yorkie. What are we supposed to do if it's not a Yorkie?
Sometimes my wife gets me like a care package, like for Christmas or something. She gets me a care package of British candy bars,
Oh, that's nice.
and I very much appreciate that.
Yeah.
You can get like bespoke, specially made like care packages now. Just a big box with a Union Jack on it. You order it from Amazon. Just a
Yeah, I would
bunch
imagine
of-
there's enough expats everywhere to where that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, that's. I mean, basically every supermarket's got like a imported
International
goods
aisle or
section
Yeah.
because expats are everywhere.
Mhm.
Not enough that they have like Japanese curry blocks, though. Am I right?
Monsters. True monsters.
Where are those Japanese curry blocks?
Give us that Vermont curry.
Deep Scrub gives $5 and says, eating heals you because when you get hurt, you lose your meat, so you got to replace the lost meat by eating new meat.
It is meat. It is pure. That is a meat equation.
You know, you're
If
probably
I
right.
lost the
If you had like a cut on your leg, it would probably heal faster if you strapped a steak to it than if you ate the steak.
I mean, they do that. I guess that's more for like black eyes. You put the,
Yeah, it's
the
a
cold
steak.
meat.
You can
Yeah.
like a steak poultice. Yeah.
I like the idea that it's like a 1-to-1. Like I have lost a pound of flesh, so now I must eat a 1-pound burger, and then the flesh will be back.
I mean, I guess the flesh would be compatible, but at least you're sort of keeping the wound like sort of sealed.
Sure, there you go.
Anyway, Kite M gives 5,000 CLPs, whatever they are,
Clips.
and says Pokemon games are actually extremely careful at describing ingredients as either vegan or sustainably harvested. Stuff like leaves, sheddings, etc. Absolutely nothing that requires butchering. How do you sustainably harvest burger meat? Is the question. Because there's a species of crab you can sustainably harvest the claws from. Like they just grow new ones.
Regrow them? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Insane.
I don't know if you can do that with
Insane.
cows though. Just sort of like shear off a side of beef
Yeah.
and let it go about its day. Just bandage it up. Bandage
Again,
it up
if you,
and send
if
it
you
back
feed
into
them,
the field.
you can just feed them some food, and then it'll grow right back. Deep's taught us everything about that.
Why don't we
it's
just
a nightmare.
genetically engineer cows with no brains? So, they're never aware of their existence and they don't feel pain. So, win-win.
Sure. Also seems somewhat nightmarish when that thing gains sentience.
Well, it would. Does it have a brain? That's the point.
It'll figure out a way. It'll
Life
grow a brain.
finds a way.
Life.
Some West
finds
African
a way.
frogs spontaneously grow brains if they've been genetically engineered to not have one.
Oh no! Not worry about these frogs.
Anyway, Matty D, welcome to the value tier. I
Hey, thanks,
suppose. If that's all you can spare.
Thanks, Maddie.
Kite M gives another 1,000 CLP. and says
Chilean pesos. I found out Chilean.
Oh, thank you. Gives another 1,000 Chilean pesos and says vegan burger. Pokemon Sleep has bean sausage.
Bean sausage.
Listen,
Bean
bitch.
sausage
Sausage
out
is what I eat with my beans, not what I make my sausage out of. Do
Monsters. True monsters.
you ever have like pork and beans? Just
I've had
from
pork
a tin.
and beans. Yeah, I thought it was kind of gross. My dad used to like it when I was a kid.
I used to like. Well, they didn't call it pork and beans in England. It was just like beans with sausages in.
Sure.
But I used to like those sausages.
Were they like the little weenies, like the little kind of like
Yeah.
cocktail sausages almost?
I like a lot of sausages. I really don't like the traditional boiled hot dogs. I really don't get on with the taste of those.
But are you fine, like, if they're grilled?
Not
Or
really.
are you just not crazy about hot dogs?
See, if you gave me like hot dog with all the toppings of a hot dog, but instead of like the boiled Frankfurter, it was just like some meatballs or even just, a sausage crafted from ground beef.
Yeah.
I'd probably enjoy that a lot more than a
Sure.
traditional hot dog.
Sure. Yeah, a hot dog, there's almost like a suspension of disbelief of like, I don't know what's in this thing, and I just kind of have to put it out of my mind. Whereas a sausage,
And
you
then,
can at
like,
least be like, oh, I know how that's made.
The skin resists your teeth and you bite through it, and then it's like the horrible hot dog sweat just bursts into your mouth.
Love a little hot dog sweat.
I'm not into that experience.
Who could not be into hot dog sweat?
Anyway.
That's terrible. A terrible series of words. I don't like it.
Well, that's all the super chats. So thank you very much for indulging us as we made us all very hungry in time for lunch.
I feel like most times by the end of the pod, I'm hungry, and now I'm incredibly hungry. Yeah.
No, that's not a cat, Shro Cat. That is my dog that acts like a cat.
Yeah, very cat-like, I will say.
Yes. Hey, Toffee. Hey, Toffee. Hey, Toffee, I'm talking to you. No, he's out of it.
Wow, just zonked right now.
Yeah. If I act like I'm getting up. Oh, well, that'll be it from us then. Oof. Guess I'll get up and get my lunch. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, false alarm.
Incredible. I love it.
Anyway, yes, that's it from us. Content all week on Take a Wind, as always. Fully Ramblematic this week will be on the subject of dispatch. I saw a lot of you requesting that in the comments of last week's video, so you'll look forward to that. And I got a semi-Ramblo this week, which multiple people internally have described is a very good one.
I like that script.
You'll want to check that out.
Might have been one of those people.
Yep. And what else we got? Oh, yes, Yahtzee Tries on Wednesday, my usual stream. I will stream 2 indie games that I haven't decided on yet. So
you play Skate Story. Skate Story comes out.
I don't want to play Skate Story. I've been burned before by skating games.
But this one's in hell.
Shit. Oh, well, in that case.
I guess there was the last one we also played that was in hell and it was bad.
Yes, I know. There wouldn't even be the first skating game set in hell that I've played on. But
this one's in pretentious hell, pretentious indie hell.
Okay,
think about that.
It's
very different.
Fair enough.
Yeah, on the rest of the streaming front tonight will be Hot Monday Energy. Jess and Jay are away this week, so Jess will not be joining them. However, the two of them will go on. Jack will be doing his normal stream with Jenna tomorrow, 3 p.m. We got our normal Wednesday streams. Thursday, I'll be joining Jack for more Dark Souls 3 at noon. And, of course, Thursday evening, 6 p.m. Central, Casey, Nick, and I will be live. No Firelink because we'll be watching the Game Awards live. Ooh. So please tune in for that. And there should be a new design delve. However, waiting a little bit. There's a little bit of a delay on the thumbnail. So the video is done. We're just waiting on the thumbnail. If all goes well, there should be a design delve from Jay tomorrow.
Yeah. Claire Obscure gonna sweep the Game Awards, you think?
I do, yeah. I definitely think it's gonna be taking the big prize, and I feel like it's gonna across the board. I think it'll win director, indie, debut indie, music, performances.
Yes. It's the obvious answer, and therefore the most boring answer.
True.
And therefore a boring game. There's logic.
How dare you?
Last couple of super chats.
Gabe saying true again.
Gabe Daddy 2 good $5 says that's a good toffee right there. It sure is. Look at that little face.
Has any game ever done toffee well?
Toffee?
Like toffee, the food.
I can't think of any games. I can't think of any games that have toffee in them.
All right. Well, be the change you want to see in the world.
Okay. And then Dr. Theo goes $2 says delaying your lunches. Oh, you bastard, Dr. Theo. Guess we better flee. Guess we better flee before that happens again. Bye. Yes. See you next time. Thanks for watching.